It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports.
Welcome, maybe the best day of the NBA, Thursday night, and we're happy you could be here with us. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside, and our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. The Portland Trail Blazers come into tonight's game after losing earlier in the season in their last game against the Clippers. Whatever they can do to avoid a sweep here, they'll need to rebound and do it, but the momentum is definitely not in their favor.
Yeah, and listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies, and on that night, they did not, and that is why they just could not recover.
Exactly. I mean, they left too much cheese at the foul line, and in the end, it mattered on the scoreboard and cost them.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Mo Harkless. Chris Kaman out there with Von. Then it's Henderson, and it's Lillard in at the point guard. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
I tell you what, you got to love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Here's Henderson after the basket by Los Angeles. From 10 feet out, that's good from Kaman on the assist by Henderson. Kaman's got his first points in this one.
That's an easy. We call those bunnies. That's what they need.
And with Gerald Henderson Jr., what you see is what you get. A solid player, good athleticism, but he doesn't really specialize, Clark, in any one thing.
Well said, Kevin. Right on the mark with that. He came into the league as a jack-of-all-trades kind of guy. Skills were somewhat unrefined, and that's sort of where he is today. He is who he is.
And Portland has possession after the Clippers pick up two. Poked away. One-on-one here. Here's Griffin. Got a hand on it. Navarro, the pass to Navarro. Paul, no one around him. No good from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Wide open. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Shoots it. But they get it back. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Here's Harkless. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
How about the nickname for Chris Kaman? Air Sasquatch. I mean, he's got that stenciled in his shoes. A nickname he earned back when he wore his hair long. He has clearly embraced it.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Well, you were just telling me, Chris, Kaman Clark is an outdoorsman, likes to go hunting. He's got kind of a quirky streak about him.
Yeah, he's a bit unique, a little different, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, he's kind of a fan of blowing things up during his spare time.
Like what?
I couldn't tell you that.
It's 2-on-1. Ball going up court. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with 4.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Los Angeles?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break. That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Here's Lillard. He picked up 30 points in their last win against Dallas. That one's off, still out of sync.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ball game.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Clippers leading by 11, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And let's take a second to recognize the rookies who have been doing a terrific job distributing the basketball this past month. Well, you look at Jay, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists. And, of course, Clutch, same can be said about him. He really does a great job leading his team. Such an unselfish player.
Playing unselfishly, and they're way ahead as far as processing the game and making decisions offensively. The past month bears that out.
Well, you can see how much more comfortable they're getting with the ball in their hands. I mean, they're maintaining their composure and really just surveying the situation and taking what the defense gives them. This touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Henderson, no one around him. Portland again missing.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop. Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we've got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that. You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
And Portland making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. Here's Lillard. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Floats one. It's deflected.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all. Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I'd look for this lead to get even larger.
Now here's Lillard. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. That's good. Lillard's got his first 2 points of the night.
About time he got one to fall there. Before that, 6 straight misses to start this one.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Portland grabs the miss. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I had a chance to catch up with Terry Stotts. He knows that the challenge for his team in this game will be to slow down Blake Griffin, who he described as instant momentum. With Griffin being such a handful physically, they plan to limit his ability to get any space around the basket and hopefully cut down those powerful drives toward the rim.
All right, Doris. Harkless with it. Chris Paul covering. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Drops in the tray. Lillard's got his second bucket of the night.
You know what? Struggling a little bit, but I do command the effort. 2 of 8 from the field. Let's see if that one gets him going.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Here's Henderson. After the Clippers pick up 2. Plumlee with the screen. Layup off the pick.
Just cannot find the rhythm. Still yet to hit a shot this quarter.
Here's Jordan. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
For the Trailblazers, Anderson, he's checked in for Noah Vonleh. Bellinelli comes in for Harkless, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Gerald Henderson.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Here's Navarro, following the score by Damian Lillard. 5 to shoot. Can't get it to go. Plumlee with some nice D. Trailblazers trail by 15.
Boy, Chris Anderson, certainly one of the more colorful players we have in the league. Kind of took over where Dennis Rodman left off. A high-energy forward who can rebound and defend, and he's got a tattoo parlor going on, too.
And the Clippers have possession after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Here's Griffin. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 6 points for Blake Griffin.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Bellinelli. 11 points last game. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Mason Plumlee will really put it on you. Tough, hard-nosed player, has the size to bang and the athleticism, GA, to run the court.
And it's interesting, Kevin. His game translated better as a professional than maybe as a collegian. I mean, he's a guy that's a lunch pail kind of player. Rolls up his sleeves, focuses in, and willing to do the dirty work.
Excellent point about the comparison college and pro. I think you're right on. Here's Navarro. He really played well in that last game against Golden State. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here. And, you know, back to Plumlee, he showed steady improvement last season, improved statistically in just about every category over his rookie year. If he could become a little less mechanical with his postgame, I think he could even go higher.
Pass to Bellinelli. And Paul over to help. There's the feed to Bellinelli with the shot. No good off the front iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Navarro, the pass to Griffin. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
Lillard, it's deflected. Paul for 3. Offensive rebound.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Here's Bellinelli. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. But he stays with it. Plumlee with it. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Clippers ahead, leading by 17. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles.
I realize this.